It's Gerrie again. Today we have a very special person with us. Guess who? Dr. Thiba from Ministry of Pets. And she's going to share from the point of vets, share with you some tips as pet owners. So, come, let's discuss. Hi, Dr. Thiba. We have some questions for you. Now, the topic that is very common among pet owners right now are parasites. Parasites in animals. Oh, to me, I'm a bit confused because all I know is heartworm and probably mites. That's all I know. So, what are the common issues of parasites for dogs and cats?
Okay, first and foremost, parasites are categorized into two.
Okay.
Endoparasites, meaning parasites inside the body,
Okay.
and ectoparasites,
Okay.
meaning parasites outside the body.
Okay.
Okay. Of course, the parasites inside the body it gets into the body through food.
Okay.
Okay, or ingesting an animal which actually eats that parasite from the ground.
Okay.
Or from the ground itself.
Okay.
Endoparasites are like your worms. All your different types of worms. Your tapeworms, which are your flat, long worms.
Okay.
Then you have your hookworms. You have your roundworms. You have your whipworms. Okay? These are the types of endoparasites.
Okay.
Usually the endoparasites, these kind of parasites, all you need is a dewormer.
Okay.
A general dewormer. You can go to your vet, you can get a dewormer. You can deworm your pets once every 4 months.
Okay.
If they go outdoor, come indoor,
Alright.
and once every 6 months if they are completely indoor.
Okay.
Right? Okay. There are other types of endoparasites as well.
Okay.
These are your very harmful microorganisms
Okay.
that are transmitted through fleas and ticks.
Oh,
Okay.
take note, yeah? Please hear carefully because this is new to me, maybe new to you as well. So please take note because it is very important for the health of your pet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So these parasites, the only way to get rid of them is some can be treated.
Yeah, okay.
There are some that cannot. Once your pet gets like these kind of endoparasites into their body,
Okay.
a lot of them, some actually lose their life.
Oh.
When they are brought to us, it's too late. When
Okay.
the immune system cannot fight it anymore. Okay? So then we now go to your ectoparasites, which are parasites outside your body.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Meaning on the body, not inside. Okay. These parasites are your ticks,
Okay.
your mites.
Right.
Okay. These are the major two ticks. The one that we have in Malaysia actually carry two types of parasites,
Okay.
which is your Babesia
Babesia.
and Ehrlichia. So this
Ehrlichia,
Babesia and Ehrlichia is the one that causes tick fever.
Okay.
Right? So it only takes a tick to bite or a flea to bite or be on the dog, biting, sucking blood for 24 hours. Then these parasites will go inside the body and stay in the dog.
Wow.
So when your dog gets tick fever and then you realize, but my dog got no ticks. How did my dog get tick fever?
Yep.
Well, at some point of time, they could have had a tick. That tick would have injected the parasite into the body. So they can stay dormant, as in they can just go inside the body and the immune system will say, hey,
Don't attack.
I know you're inside, you better behave.
Okay.
Or else I will destroy you. Or they go in and they can mask themselves. So the body doesn't really realize that, a foreign material has come inside. So they will stay inside like what very good and all that, and suddenly if something happens, stress, some form of infection and all
Okay.
that. So when the body's immune system becomes weak, this is when these parasites will become naughty.
Oh, in other words, in some cases that the animal, if they are healthy, they don't show a sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are called clinically infected animals, meaning they may have the infection but they look fine.
Okay.
Until one fine day, suddenly they will come with very common is fever
Okay.
and inappetence.
Oh. Okay.
So the tick or flea infection or infestation could have happened at any time before.
Wow.
They wouldn't have shown it, the disease won't manifest or show itself for years.
Okay. So on the other hand, you see, I understand some owners thinks that, oh, my cat or my dog always stays indoor. So why do I need to put some prevention medication on my dog every month?
Okay, the key word here is prevention,
Okay.
right? Don't wait till your dog or cat get the parasite and then only you think of treatment.
Okay.
A lot of medication that we sell are there as prevention.
Okay.
Prevention against the ticks and the mites, not against the parasite. So don't worry too much about, but my dog got no ticks. What if that tick, all it takes is one tick bite?
One tick bite.
Yes, all it takes is one tick bite and then this harmful parasite actually get into the system.
And can stay.
Yes, they can stay for years and years inside. I'll just give you an instance. Okay. A puppy that was found.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Owner never in their whole entire life never put any prevention, no nothing, and then swear that the dog never had any ticks, no nothing.
Okay. Right.
One day, this is a real life story. The owner really loves this puppy. The puppy is 2 years old.
Okay.
Okay. Suddenly, the puppy came here, nose bleeding. Nose bleeding. So immediately we know already. Reduction of platelets are one of the reasons that causes nose bleeding.
Okay.
Okay. Just like in human, when you have dengue, your platelet comes down, everything bleeds.
Okay.
Same thing. Reduction of platelet, the nose was bleeding.
Okay.
So we did the E-canis or the tick fever test.
Okay.
Right? It was positive.
Oh.
We did everything we could to save this dog's life. Okay, we put on medication, we even did blood transfusion, but after 2 weeks, the puppy lost its life.
Wow.
So, to me, prevention doesn't cost you a lot of money. It saves the dog's life. Why regret later? Oh my God, why didn't I do this before?
Okay.
When all it needs is go to your vet, there are so many different types of prevention, right? And all it needs is just once a month.
Okay.
And most of you just have to spend maybe 40 to 50 ringgit, 30 to 50 ringgit if you have a small dog, around 30 ringgit, if you have a big dog, around 50 ringgit maximum on a monthly basis.
Okay.
That's it. You will save money in thousands. Treatment, getting these dogs better, giving them all this medication, trying to save their lives is expensive.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you should be a responsible owner.
Correct.
Right? Preventive medicine is a lot cheaper compared to treatment itself. Have that in your mind.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. So, guys, it is never too late to prevent it. If you have not done it, please start it, because prevention is always better. As Dr. Thiba said, it is always better to prevent it. Thank you, Dr. Thiba. So, just on a side note, as we discuss on parasite, I just want to bring a side note out. I did ask about Dr. Thiba earlier about blood tests on animals. I find that it's not popular in Malaysia, right, Dr. Thiba? And I understand that Blood tests also give an indication for prevention as well.
That's right.
Dr. Thiba, can you share some with our fans here?
Okay. You see, in most Western countries, okay, they all have insurance.
Yep.
So it is made mandatory when the animal actually goes in for vaccination, a routine blood test is done.
Okay.
This is actually to give them an indication to see if everything is okay.
Yep.
Blood test basically is categorized into full blood count,
Okay.
where it shows you your red blood cell, your white blood cell, is the infection, is the anemia,
Yep.
how is the platelet level, those. Then you have what's called biochem. Biochem
Okay.
basically is your organs. The very, very common one is your liver,
Okay.
your kidney,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And then of course the protein content in your blood.
Okay.
Every cell is derivative of a protein,
Okay.
right? So if certain proteins go up, will indicate certain things, right? All it needs is just a few ml of blood.
Yep.
A lot of vets actually have an in-house blood machine,
Okay.
right? So you will get the result immediately. Some who don't have will send it to labs outside, but that one I think you need to wait about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Okay, I will share you a scenario.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this cat is about 4 years of age.
All right.
Okay, so actually this cat came in sick. 4-year-old cats, for them to be sick and for us to actually think that there is a problem and all that, it's very rare,
Yeah.
right? But there was something not right with this cat. He was always so very quiet. Cats love playing,
Oh.
right? They're very active. Yeah, they're
Yes,
lazy.
of course, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But generally they are active. They are very curious animals. But this boy was a bit more it was like he was more lazier than usual. He didn't want to play with his siblings and all that.
Okay.
So it was brought to us. So after checking, I didn't see any obvious signs of infection and all that, and we did blood work. And what we found in the blood work was, elevated heart enzymes.
Oh.
Right. So immediately, we took him and, went and did X-ray and all that. And the poor boy actually had an enlarged heart. It's called feline cardiomyopathy.
Wow.
Hypertrophy, meaning, this is like a genetic condition.
Okay.
That is why compared to his siblings, he was a lot more
Quiet.
because, he just didn't have energy. When the heart is enlarged, the heart is a muscle,
Yep.
right? When a muscle works very hard, it becomes big. Of course, a big thigh muscle is nice, but a big heart muscle is not. Okay? So when the heart muscle becomes big, the efficacy of the heart itself to pump out blood to its optimal level decreases.
Okay.
You see, yes, being muscular is nice, but having a muscular heart defeats the purpose altogether. So when the heart wasn't pumping enough blood, there wasn't enough oxygenated blood going to the whole system.
Oh.
So therefore, when there's not enough oxygen, he just go.
Lethargic.
Yes. So that is the reason why, he was eating, but he was generally not active. He is lucky because his owners actually noticed.
Yeah.
Something's not wrong with him. Initially, they told me, I think he's just lazy. He's lost his gist in life and things like that. But you see what we found?
Yep.
So later, we put him on heart medications and all that. He lived a good 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
So you see, compared to people who bring in cats who are already so weak, there's nothing much we can do, they live for 2 days. So again here, blood tests, very good indicative, of finding out what diseases you have. You can catch kidney diseases early, some form of liver diseases early.
Yeah.
Of course, there are some disease that are genetic. Let's say I do a test on a 2-year-old very healthy dog.
Okay.
And we find that the kidney enzymes are elevated. That is not right.
Oh.
If it was a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old, we know it's old age. Yeah,
Yep.
it is due to wear and tear and things like that. But if it's a 2-year-old dog, something's not right. So when we see something like that, that will prompt us to want to investigate further.
Yep, correct.
You know, why is this dog having this? And you know what we found in this 2-year-old dog? He was positive for leptospira.
Wow. That is very difficult to know.
Yeah, so we found this during a routine blood test. The dog didn't show any signs or symptoms. It just came in for vaccination and the owner said, "Dog, let's just do a routine blood work." Fantastic. We love owners like this. So we caught it very early. We immediately put the dog on the treatment necessary and all that. Today, the dog is fine.
Okay. So it's never too late. Again, it is just a habit that we develop as a pet owner.
I'm sure you guys can actually, don't be afraid of your vets, make it like routine. Like when I think as humans, even we don't do yearly blood tests because a lot of us are afraid of what we are going to find.
Yes.
I am guilty as charged as well, but I make it a point to do it yearly anyway. So far I have been very healthy, but that's the thing, you're so afraid, that, oh my God, what if I have cancer?
Same goes for the pets.
So, but that's the thing. If we find something early, we can intervene and do something so that they have a good quality life.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't need to think quantity, the thing that I get, but he's 10 years already. So what? If he's 10 years old. Right? My own dog lived up to 17.
Wow.
17 years old. He had a heart condition that was diagnosed when he was 7. He lived 10 years. Not because I'm a vet. Yeah, of course that also counts. But because, I realized that, I started doing his blood work once he turned 7. Right?
Okay.
That is when we saw, he already has elevated cardiac enzymes. Okay, so I started to put him on the proper medication. I started to make sure I looked at his diet. Every year without fail, we do his, blood test to see everything was okay. Of course, at 17, his heart caved anyway, but I'm happy.
Yes, of course, 17 is a very long age.
I'm happy I did the right thing.
So be friend with vet, yeah?
Yes, talk to your vets, and say, okay, doctor, let's do this, once a year. I understand that if you have 10 dogs, that's going to cost you a lot of money. If that's the case, prioritize your older animals. And your younger animals, make sure you feed them good food, you vaccinate them yearly, you give their tick and flea prevention, Preventive care actually makes sure they are very, very healthy.
Okay.
I have a lot of owners who only come and see me once a year.
Okay.
Only during vaccinations because they take care of everything.
Okay.
They make sure, the dogs get the deworming. They make sure the dogs, get really good food.
Okay.
Not the, downgraded, I'm okay with people wanting to cook their own food and all that, do your own research. Whatever that works for you according to your budget, if you plan well, you won't be caught off guard.
Okay, right.
So that is the importance. Blood test is, to me, like a lifesaver.
Okay.
Many of times when dogs come here, owner just say, oh, he looks like he has fever. So, I'll say, okay, I have a suspicion, but of course I cannot tell the owner, I think it's this because my experience is so much.
Yeah,
Nobody is going to believe me.
Yep.
So I coax them, why don't we do a blood test? At least we'll know if it's bacterial, if it's viral,
Yes,
or
exactly.
if there's no infection. So then, I just need to give you fever med and that's it.
Okay.
I convince them they do a blood test. When you do a blood test, tick fever. You see, the treatment regime itself is different when it's a viral infection,
Okay.
when it's a bacterial infection, when it's a parasitic infection.
Okay.
If we were not to do this blood test, I won't know.
Okay.
I'll just have to say, okay, we give this, we wait 3-4 days, see whether it gets better or not, and then we do a blood test. You are already delaying
the process.
Yes, by 3 days. In that 3 days, a lot more damage can happen.
So guys, you see, the thing is we come back to the topic of parasites again. You see, sometimes when we actually ignore the fact that we need to do the prevention. And sometimes animals doesn't show signs. And when they show signs, it's already too late. So you see, if we do the routine blood test, it also brings out the topic of whether your animal or your pet is already subject to parasites.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay guys, so you stay tuned with our TV as we are going to carry on with our part 2. See ya!